Hello everybody, this is Zyron13, and I know you have all been patiently waiting for Fight for Glory 5, and I have some good news on that front. Hopefully, by next week Saturday, you'll see the premiere of Night 1, and hopefully on Sunday you'll see the premiere of Night 2. I'm not guaranteeing it just yet because I just want to see how everything goes, because for the most part, I have everything recorded. All the matches are edited. Same with the cutscenes. It's just all putting it together and also having to do commentary. And for the most part, Night 1 is going to be the longest. It looks like it's going to be almost 5 hours long, with Night 2 being the shortest. It's going to be probably just a little bit more over 4 hours. So there's a lot of stuff that I've recorded for this and still working my way through it. But for the most part, definitely I'm gonna say, like, if it doesn't come out on next week Saturday, it should be out the following week, sometime during that week. Like whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's going to be one of those days. Definitely for sure. Also, some other updates that I'm going to be announcing here is just basically some news for Fight for Glory 5. First off, the first one is going to be basically the rules for the Final Destination match. I'm sure that all of you have been wondering what's going to be happening with this, what are the rules. Well, here they are. So basically, with the Final Destination match, it's basically a death match, essentially. The goal is for basically one of the participants to get out of the building. Well, there's no real time frame for the building to come down. For basically, how this is all going to happen is basically they're actively trying to get out of the building. So, for the most part, that's one, just trying to explain this. So, basically, if both are able to get out of the building, the building doesn't come down, one of them has to be in the building, and the building has to come down on that person. So there are markers in the building to notify if they get past. Say if one person gets past a certain point, if a person crosses a marker, the building people do not cause the building to come down. Also, yes, there is going to be pinfalls and submissions. How that's going to work in this match, and basically these pinfall and submissions are going to be falls count anywhere in a sense, is that if a person gets pinned or submitted, basically a timer will go up for 1 minute. In that 1 minute, the person has to get out of the building, will have that time to get out of the building, but after the 1 minute, the person will be able to leave and go after the person. And you're kind of wondering how we're going to be able to enforce it if pretty much the building is going to be empty. Besides the referee, of course, the referee is just that's another story. But so basically, if a person gets pinned or submitted, there is going to be we have set up a special force fields in specific areas where basically the person who got pinned is not going to be able to go out, but the other person can go through and have their chance to escape. So yeah, that's pretty much what the Final Destination match is going to be. It's essentially a death match, just with some other attached rules. Hopefully I can explain it better during the actual Fight for Glory match, but that's essentially how it's going to go down. Also, another announcement. The matches that are going to be happening for the world title match in be a 3 stages of Hell match. So basically we know the third and final match is going to be Hell in a Cell, of course. But we basically gave Fry and also Ron the chance to choose what matches that they want to have happen in this match. So basically Ron got to go first because he's a challenger and he has chosen a tables match. So basically in the first match it's going to be a tables match. The goal in that match will be to put them through a table. Whoever wins that gets 1 point. For the second one, Fry has chosen a no-holds-barred match for the second option. So, yeah, whoever wins, I mean, it's fairly well standard as to what a no-holds-barred match is. It's basically pretty much no disqualification, just that pins or submissions happen within the ring. So, fairly straightforward. Whoever wins that part of the match gets a point. And if it comes down to it, we know how it's going to end. It's going to end in a Hell in a Cell match to basically break the tiebreak. So that's your update for that match as to what matches are going to be happening for that. Finally, the last announcement, and this is quite a doozy to announce here. We will be having special backstage hosts. And of course, the backstage hosts are going to be Rick and Morty. They're going to be shilling backstage as what they have told me while Fight for Glory 5 is going on, and they're going to be doing that in the back. So look forward to that with many different, most likely different segments with Rick and Morty going on through Fight for Glory 5. And finally, just to reiterate the card for Fight for Glory 5 for Night 1, which is hopefully going to be happening next week, Saturday. We have a star-studded lineup for you. And first, it will be the Final Destination match. As I tried to explain earlier as to what the rules are, hopefully I can explain it better. But yeah, it's going to be John Locke versus Alistair Morgan in a match that has just been fired up. They have been heated rivals throughout Season 5. For the Intercontinental Championship, it'll be Dr. Doom facing off against Mr. Amazing. Mr. Amazing has held that title for several years now, since throughout the hiatus. Can Dr. Doom take the title off of him? Also, for the tag team titles, it'll be the Harbingers of the Force, Kylo Ren and Anakin facing off against the tag team champions Bebop and Rocksteady. This has become personal between the two teams. Who will come out on top when these two face off at Fight for Glory 5? Also, in the King of the Hill Battle Royale, it'll be Ryu, Seto Kaiba, Linkara, the Angry Video Game Nerd, Joker, and Voldemort all vying for a chance to win a shot at the RCW World Championship anytime up to the next season. Also, in a tag team match, it'll be James and Ash Ketchum facing off against Riku and Sora. Basically, Riku and Sora have just been bullying Ash, and finally Ash has had enough of it and has joined Team Rocket temporarily. Also, in a triple threat match for the Women's World title, it'll be Makoto, Michonne, and Aqua all facing off against one another. Will either Aqua or Michonne take down the Women's World Champion? Who knows? Also, an elimination tag match for our main event. It'll be the Godline and Dwight Schrute facing off against Captain America's team of Frankenstein, Stan Smith, and Niku Bellic. But for Night 2, which will hopefully be happening next week, Sunday, we have another star-studded lineup for this card as well. It'll be a personal rivalry that'll be finishing off at Fight for Glory 5 when Namor faces off against Aquaman. Aquaman made the wish that he wants to be cooler, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, for the internet title, it'll be El Novino facing off against Rick Grimes. These two friends are going to be facing off, and while there may have been some tension last episode of Friday Night Fights, this would be one hell of a battle, that is for sure. Also, Kim Possible will be facing off against Wonder Woman. This has just been a personal rivalry throughout the rest of Season 5 that'll be finally finishing off at Fight for Glory 5. Also in a tag team match, it'll be Hank Hill and the returning badass Bart Simpson facing off against Homer Simpson and his son in quotations, Eric Cartman. Who will come out on top between these two teams? Also, Link is going to be facing off against Luigi. Will Luigi, the former Nintendo World Order member, defeat Link, or will Link come out on top? Also, for the Femme Fatale Championship, it'll be the Queen of the Hill ladder match. Shigo, Daisy, Marceline, and Aerith and as well as two mystery opponents are going to be vying for a chance at that title. Also, in a no-holds-barred match, it's going to be Hellboy facing off against Sylar. This is all due to the fact that Hellboy basically took over his record, and moving on, it's going to be a 3 stages of Hell match. For the RCW World title, it'll be Fry against Ron Stoppable. Will Ron achieve his dream of becoming World Champion? We'll see at Fight for Glory 5.